How's it going, babe?
Good. Just enjoying some cereal.
What you have in there?
Cereal. It's delicious. It's sprouted brown rice Cocoa Crisps.
Wow.
And instead of sugar, it uses coconut sugar.
Wow.
Much better.
There you go.
Yeah. It's pretty yummy. Too bad you don't like chocolate, or I'd share some with you.
Well, here's the thing. I do like chocolate, but not all the time.
Do you
not
like it?
Always in a chocolate mood.
Do you want to try some?
Sure. Just
Nice
tastes
shirt,
like...
babe.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you got it.
I wonder
for
where
me.
you got it from.
Yeah, this tastes just like cereal. Kind of tastes like it's a weird sugar, like a weird cocoa, but... Alright, we gotta get going actually though. Gotta go get our girls finished getting ready. We have 2 foster girls. We're gonna take them to an early learning center, take care of them. And then, yeah, we're both going to work. So, we're gonna get this day rolling. And now I'm heading out as well. Actually seems like a really nice day. Weather is nice, it's warming up. My snow pile is almost gone. Almost, not quite. I'm still thinking about the Supreme drop tomorrow. I really don't know what I want to go after, what I want to skip. I'd like to see more apparel that maybe they're releasing. I'm not really into going after like crazy high priced items, like not quite at that level. If you're going after a hype item, just go after the one item. Hats are normally pretty easy to get multiples of if you want to get a couple different hats, or if you want to get a shirt and a hat. Normally you can throw a hat in there real fast and doesn't take up too much time. I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'll just wait till tomorrow morning. Hopefully we'll get some, that'd be cool. But yeah, we're getting to work. All right, I'm out of here now. I know I was not really able to film much of my workday today, but definitely very productive, whatnot. So I did get a notification that I got my package from Nike. So let's go home. And actually, I already had this pair of shoes, so maybe we'll do a little bit of a comparison video. Let's try it out. I'll try it. We'll see what happens. See you at the spot. Hey people, what's up? So, got a new pair of sneakers in today, but they're not new. So here's the scoop on these, okay? These were from the Nike site directly. When I saw that they re-released or restocked, I had to pick them up because the first pair that I bought of these Nikes, hold that thought, this time they gave me this bag. I've never gotten a Nike bag. I've already bought these shoes and they didn't give me this bag the first time. So, cool deal. It's like a drawstring bag for your sneakers, your running shoes. And this material is actually really nice. Like, this is a good material. And the ink on here is screen printing, so that'll stay on real nice. Screen printing is a really solid type of printing on fabric. And yeah, they just have a little bit of extra fabric there at the bottom so that it can probably even stand up on its own. Yeah, that's how sturdy it is. This thing is sturdy. It is totally like, that's good fabric. It's almost like a canvas sort of fabric, but thicker, double-sided. I don't know. Cool deal. More bags. All right. So anyways, these came back available on the Nike website after they had sold out. And so my pair that I had bought, they did sell within like 3 days. And there's the label for you guys. I was a little bit sad that they were gone, and because this is a new technology. This is the Nike Epic React, and it's the same color I got last time. I mean, I don't know what really draws me to this triple black Nike Epic React colorway, but for some reason, like, I just had to get another pair of them. Pretty good price at $150 with free shipping from Nike, and they have free returns. So, like, if they're not the right sizing at Nike, you can take them back, and, I mean, if there's more pairs of them still left, then you can exchange them. So that is a nice feature with these sneakers. But this, yeah, brand new technology. I was only able to wear these for 1 day during the evening and then one morning, and then after that they were gone. They had sold and I had to send them off to somebody who wanted them. Basically, I made like $30 profit on the last pair, which, I mean, for a sneaker that's pretty much a general release, 30 bucks isn't too bad, honestly. That's pretty common for a lot of my sneakers that aren't like limited releases, like the Tinder Jordans, obviously. I'm expecting to get a little bit more from them, but who knows, maybe they'll re-release them a bunch, and then I'll just let them go for a decent price. The market is crazy, and Jordan and Nike, they messing with the market because, you know, they don't make any money off of resellers, do they? Think about it. They're getting a bunch of free advertising and people are going crazy over their items and they want to buy all of them until they're gone. I think they're getting quite a bit of business from resellers, but it's not as direct as when they just sell from their website. So in a roundabout way, resellers are making these brands way more popular and make them sell way more products. Wow, I can't hold that shoe. Anyway, so foam is really cushiony, kind of feels jelly, kind of like I don't know why it feels like that on my foot, but it kind of feels like that. Kind of feels like a thick, really solid piece of memory foam almost. Like, it's just a cool feel, definitely different from an Ultra Boost. This is a Clima Cool Ultra Boost, the very latest model of the Ultra Boost, and the most breathable by far. Its ventilation is just insane on this one. If we wanted to do a comparison between the Ultra Boost and the Nike Epic React, the upper on the Nike Epic React is very stiff, but around the collar it is kind of loose. It is a very, very tight, snug fit, and the Ultra Boost is a much looser fit in general, and there's a lot more stretchiness in the toe, super tight here. And for the upper, you can get the lockdown. If you want to tighten this cage really tight, you can get that lockdown like the Epic. And heel slippage, there's no heel slippage in either of these shoes. They both have really good heel support. Both of them have a good heel cup. The Epic React seems like it's a little bit flimsier, but not really. It's still really solid. It's just kind of solid in different spots than this one, because like it's more solid back here, and then the Ultra Boost, obviously it's not, because there's nothing there. There's no plastic or TV or whatever. Yeah, and then for cushioning, I mean, both of these are performance runners, so they're both going to be pretty good over the long haul for distance running and whatnot. I have run in the Ultra Boost quite a bit, not recently, within like the last year. And the Epic React I've never ran in because I haven't been able to hold on to this shoe for more than 3 days so far. But I'm not going to put this one online as quickly. Like, I'm going to wait. I just was like, oh, I should put it online, see what it's like, and then it was gone. But anyways, I would say for the cushioning that if you want a longer lasting all day leisure wear comfort, the Ultra Boost is going to provide you with that. I think the Epic React has a cool feel to it, but overall after a few hours of wear, you know, it is a little bit constricting, because you got to remember that this isn't really a casual sneaker. This is a performance runner, and this is basically brand new technology. They're probably going to come out with more models that have this sole and have a better upper that's more stretchy and breathable and all that. I mean, I don't know what they're going to come out with. And then the Ultra Boost, like, if you want leisure, like, all day long, this thing is going to be super comfortable, super loose on your foot. I've liked to wear Ultra Boost almost every day. And the Ultra Boost has an established foam. This foam just got its 5th year anniversary model. This is an Ultra Boost. Ultra Boosts haven't been out for 5 years yet, the specific design of the Ultra Boost, but the Boost foam has been out for 5 years. So that's an established foam. So they're both pretty easy to get on. I would say that the Ultra Boost is a little bit easier to slip on because this opening is a little bit snugger than this one. And neither of them really need to be laced unless you're going to be running. They fit pretty snug. Both of them are true to size, I'd say, except for this Clima Cool Ultra Boost. For some reason, the Ultra Boost is true to size for me, but for some reason, this Clima Cool pair specifically is like a half size larger than what I would want. I mean, it's fine because my size does fit me, but it's just like there's extra toe room, like a little bit extra toe room, which isn't terrible. I'm okay with it. But yeah, just remember that if you are getting an Ultra Boost, if you're getting the Ultra Boost Clima, I would think about doing a half size smaller, unless you have a really wide foot, and then probably just go true to size It'll probably be fine. So there's my comparison between the two sneakers. I've done on feet for both of these. You can go back in my video history and look for my Climacool on feet, or you can look for the Epic React on feet. And both those videos are within this last month, I think. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on these two sneakers, the comparison between the two. So now let's go ahead and let's get into the Bible. So yesterday we talked about Acts chapter 10. Today we're on Acts chapter 11. And this passage is kind of cool because earlier we talked about a guy named Cornelius in chapter 10. And he was visited by the apostle Peter to tell him about God. And Cornelius was not a Jew. And basically a lot of the disciples of Jesus, like, they were really only preaching to their own nation, their own relatives, like their own sphere of their group called the Jews, right? And God wanted to tell Peter that he was coming for everybody. So Cornelius was a Gentile. He's the guy we learned about yesterday. And God told Peter to go to this Gentile. But Peter and all the disciples, they were really strongly against all of the Gentiles and these people hearing the good news. They're really thinking that Jesus just came for Jews, and so they only teach Jews. But one cool thing happened in chapter 10 that I didn't tell you guys about yesterday, because there's a lot to each chapter. But it repeats itself in chapter 11 because Peter basically has this dream before he goes to Cornelius' house, and God gives him a vision of this sheet that comes down, and it's filled with all of these animals and all these things that Peter is not allowed to partake in. All these things that are from foreign countries that isn't appropriate for the Jews or doesn't line up with the Jewish law. And God is saying to him, take and eat. And Peter's like, no, this is unclean. I've vowed to be a Jew and I will never do this. And God is like, no, take and eat. And he does this 3 times to Peter, trying to get the message to him. And then God gives some angels who tell Peter that there's somebody waiting for him to tell about the amazing news of Jesus. And it's Cornelius, who's this person who's not a Jew. And so now, fast forward to chapter 11, Peter, he's already led Cornelius and his whole family to Jesus, this whole group of people who aren't Jews. And now Peter is trying to tell the church at that time, the Christians, that Jesus came for everybody, not just Jewish people. And there's a bunch of people who are like, hey, wait, no, that's not cool. He's just for us. They really wanted to stick to having rules, regulations, requirements, all this kinds of stuff. I'm going to turn that off. Anyways, the Christians started falling into the same trap that it seems like a lot of Christians fall into, where I'm good because I follow Jesus. And now I get to point fingers at you because this isn't right about your life, and this isn't right about your life, and this isn't right about your life. And not necessarily because of what Jesus says, but because of what I feel like Jesus says. And that's kind of what these people were doing. And we have to be careful not to fall into that trap. That is horrible. I have to really be thinking, get myself in a good mindset so that I'm not, judging people all the time. I used to do that a lot. A lot of Christians fall into that trap, and most of them never come out of it. But I decided I'm just going to see the best in people, and it was a progress. It's been years and years in the making, but I've come a long way. And I'm happy with the progress I've made. I'm going to keep going forward, though. We're going to keep moving forward. But anyways, I wanted to read you guys a Bible verse from chapter 11. So I chose to read verse 18 to you guys. This is the people after they had heard the message that Peter had just spoken to them. When the others heard this, they stopped objecting and began praising God. They said, we can see that God also gives the Gentiles the privilege of repentance of their sins and receiving eternal life. So these people were willing to open up their mind. They were willing, okay, Peter, fine, we'll listen to you. And they opened up their hearts. Peter gave them the message, and they were finally able to accept it without debating about it for hours and hours longer or whatever. I don't know how long they talked about it, honestly. But they came to the conclusion that God came for everybody. And I want you guys to know that. God came for everybody. There's no curse that's too strong on anybody's life that can't be broken by the power of God. God is the creator of all things. All creatures were created by God. So anybody who creates a curse, that person, that thing, was created by God. So God has ultimate control over them no matter what. There's no curse in the history of time that God cannot break. So I have had people come to me like who come to church and they are coming out of Satanism or they're still in certain worships of different things and they say, sorry, I can't be a Christian. Like I'll talk to them about it, but like, well, I'm too far gone. Unfortunately, there's no coming back for me. I've gone. And there's people out there who are going to try and convince you with everything they can that what they're saying to you is true about whatever curse that they want to put on you. And the more truth you believe about that curse, the more power it has over you. So if you believe that a curse can't be broken and it's over you, then that curse won't be broken. But once you have faith to believe that God can do the impossible, God can do miracles, he can do amazing things, that's when breakthrough is going to happen, people. So anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks so much for chilling with me. Thanks for hanging out. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Let's show people that you can have a fashion resale business. You can have personality. Like, you can be yourself. You can be however it is that God created you to be. And you'll reach a specific group of people for Jesus that not everybody's going to be able to reach. So anyways, peace out, people. This is me, Stephen Long, signing out.